Dollar. Dirt and money, no soul. Had to go and get it, ain't no time to kick it. Got a stack and flip for my foes. Dollar. Please tell me you can hear me. Don't turn your back and don't neglect me. Just let me know if you need me. Dollar. Let me watch out for my partners. Keep my money long, get my team strong. Let me run away from my problems.
Yep, let's get original crew, man. We're back. We have 10 celebrities who have almost 0 haters. Here we go with another Sonny. Another 10 of his favorite celebrities. Who are you expecting on this list that possibly has 0 haters? That's very hard, huh?
The only person that's coming to my mind, because I feel like either he has done it before or has.
No, this is 9 times out of 10 him.
Oh, it's like Keanu?
Oh. That's one of the people he loves.
Yeah. So I'm expecting for him to be on here.
Yeah. Outside of him.
I can't think of nobody else.
Okay.
Like this right off the top of my head.
Yeah. Because it's a lot of people. Like typically celebrities, it literally comes with hate. Some type of hate from somewhere.
But I guess
Because like even Shaq, a lot of people love Shaq, but some people don't like Shaq.
But I guess whatever things. the good outweighs the bad, I guess.
That still is.
I get what you're saying, but yeah.
All right. With that being said, make sure y'all check out the links in the description.
Down below.
You already know where to go, man. Hey, go over and check out the original channel, man. The Kid and C Reacts. A lot of content over there. Also, we over here on Extra Dose. We daily, except for on the weekends over here on Extra Dose. So y'all go show some love and support. Also, if you enjoyed today's visuals,
like it with a thumbs up.
Because a lot of people don't know we over here every day. We
are over here every day.
Every day, sometimes multiple times a day over here on the Extra Dose. We over there on a Kid and C Reacts 3 times. At least 3 times a day, 7 days a week. Yeah. 365, never a day off. Let's go. Unless some technical stuff happens. That's
out of our control.
Let's go.
Of these 10 beloved celebrities, which one has the absolute fewest haters? Well, let's begin by looking at Jack Black, whose hilarious paparazzi interactions are just one reason almost everybody loves him. For example, after being surrounded by a horde of photographers, Jack Black deliberately pulled the stupidest poses on his bike before trolling the paparazzi by doing this.
It's impossible to follow me when I go this fast. You're in my dust.
Which was a similar response to when he was ambushed by a single photographer.
So, any new projects we should know about, sir?
While most celebrities are concerned about keeping a manicured image, Jack Black shows that being an idiot can be just as beneficial, although he's also able to show maturity in the moments where it matters, like when he took the time to sing to a young kid who was a fan of School of Rock. Jack Black, he's just such a lovable guy. How could you not like him? Met him once briefly, he was nice enough. He was really great with his kid. Something about Jack Black just feels so human, but while Jack Black has always been loved by everybody, the now loved John Cena.
I will say Jack Black does come off as one of those goofy people you like, because I really would, like, is he really like this every day? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Just like, I gotta be, because I really didn't like that comment, it makes him seem so human, because humans, we all fuck up. Every day is not a good day. So we're not going to be perfect, we're not going to be jolly every day, every second. Sometimes you're going to be, you know what I'm saying? But because like even the roles he plays is such a happy, positive role.
Yeah.
So
like super goofy.
And I guess the reason why he can be able to do it because that's just who he is. He tries to look at the happiness of like I'm rich and I'm successful. I do like I live a job that a lot of people dream of doing. I can't be. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if you look at it that aspect, you have no reason to be upset or mad. Besides life happening.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I was like,
disliked by many. As the face of the WWE for roughly 15 years, people have said about John Cena, I hated him when he was being shoved down our throats by Vince, while a Sportster article claimed he was disliked for being overpushed. This had only been done, however, because he was too perfect. He maintains a clean image outside of WWE, and is a perfect role model for kids who form a big part of WWE's fan base, and he carried the company on his back through and through for over 15 years. He was a reliable name for WWE WWE during that time, not to mention he learnt one of the world's hardest languages just to further the company's presence.
WWE has really never been able to penetrate China. So I figured if one of WWE's top superstars could bridge the language barrier, maybe we can get some relevancy over there.
On top of this, John Cena holds the world record for granting 650 wishes through Make-A-Wish, which is especially crazy given no other figure has granted more than 200 wishes.
When you experience something like the reward of a Make-A-Wish, if you're not moved, I don't know if you have a beating heart.
How can haters hate on him? He's a good guy with a kind heart. Cena, you're the man. With all this in mind, it's no surprise Cody Rhodes stated,
John's the ultimate role model.
although if we're talking about ultimate role models,
I say this, John Cena, I used to hate, I'd be like, bro, we got like, I hated that. I did not dislike the guy. I just hated, like, doing wrestling, I used to hate seeing them. Because it was like, you know, in wrestling, you like certain people and you dislike.
You wanted to see the people you wanted to see.
No, not that. Not that.
What
It's
was
just, you have the people you like and you have the people you dislike just because of roles. And so
Okay.
he was one of the ones I was like, man, I can't stand his motherfucking ass, bro. Then they're gonna make sure his punk ass win. It was one of those situations.
Just in the wrestling.
Just in the
thing.
wrestling, but in real life, I ain't have a problem with it. But I used to be like, then he come out here with them damn jeans on, talking about, you can't see me with the damn armband on. I'd be like, my motherfucker ain't trying to see John Cena, bro. But it wasn't like a dislike of who he is.
Yeah.
It was just hate. It was just being a hater.
But just in that aspect.
Yeah,
just
yeah.
the
In that
wrestling
aspect of being a wrestling fan was just
because
being a
like
hater.
just looking at him, like I never thought about it back then, but
Mhm.
now am I, older, I'm like, he just seemed like an all around good guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I knew about the accomplishments and stuff he did outside,
Mhm.
especially with the Make-A-Wish campaign. He's like so like pushes
Yeah.
that. So like other than that, like he's a good person.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
most
saying?
definitely.
Never disliked the man for who he is. Is John Cena his real name? I had never looked that up before.
I never looked that up.
Some people got stage names. Some people actually use their real names. So I don't know, but.
But anyway.
That, I was just being a hater doing my WWE craze, and I was just
I feel
like,
you.
man, I don't like this man, but I'm tired of seeing his ass.
and Steve Irwin has to come next. Not only did he treat the media and his fans with respect, but of course animals too, using all of his income to purchase conservation areas in 4 different countries.
What good is a fast car, a flash house, and a gold-plated dunny to me? Absolutely no good at all. I've been put on this planet to protect wildlife and wilderness areas, which in essence is going to help humanity. And you know, money's great. I can't get enough money. And you know what I'm going to do with it? I'm going to buy wilderness areas with it. Every single cent I get goes straight into conservation. And guess what, Charles? I don't give a rip whose money it is, mate. I'll use it and I'll spend it on buying land.
When interviewed by The Age in 2003, Steve used the interview to promote the protection of endangered species, and it seems his good nature was continued by the rest of his family. I never met Steve, but met the rest of the family when they were filming on Morton Island. Great bunch, friendly, approachable, so knowledgeable and willing to have a chat. Won us all over and were more than happy to join us for a drink in the evening. Steve Irwin was so kind toward animals that even after being killed by a stingray, fans have stated, I'm still a firm believer that Steve would have been like, Cricket, I'm so sorry Stingray, I didn't mean to scare you. You were just defending yourself and I was in your space. Gosh, what a beauty. Admittedly, there are people who don't like Steve because he kept animals locked in his zoo, although finding a reason to hate Terry
But a lot of people, I say this, even with his death, a lot of people was affected by his death.
Yeah.
Reason, like, it pulled on a lot of people heartstring. They never would expected him out of all people because of what he did and like how well and like
The
knowledgeable.
experience and knowledge, as knowledgeable he was, yeah.
So when he passed, I think a lot of people were 100% affected by it. So he had a lot of support. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
most definitely.
So.
who don't like Steve because he kept animals locked in his zoo, although finding a reason to hate Terry Crews is a much more difficult mission. In fact, when you Google Terry Crews in the media, all you'll find is articles like 19 reasons why Terry Crews is a gift to the world, and 9 of the biggest reasons to love Terry Crews, both of which, like Jack Black, citing Terry Crews' less than serious nature. For example, he does the exact same jump at every red carpet event, although there's another Terry Crews meme that's a whole lot better. Daniel the Goat wrote on Twitter, I keep this pic of Terry Crews in my wallet so I can see it when I'm about to waste money on things I don't need, lol, which Terry realized was a pretty good idea. I keep this pic of myself in my wallet so I can see it when I'm about to waste money on things I don't need, lol. Although the reason Terry Crews is ideal for the photo is because he's also incredibly disciplined. In a Reddit AMA, he explained, I spend almost 2 hours a day working out, and it's therefore no surprise he's built such a crazy physique, which has helped him to land some of Hollywood's most lovable roles, like Cheeseburger Eddie and Latrell Spencer from White Chicks. Terry Crews has also maintained his marriage for almost 35 years, which is a great indicator.
You remember him and his wife did have a TV show. Do you not remember?
I do remember that TV show.
I'm about to say, that's how I found out
like
about his whole family and everything.
I definitely feel like I tuned in.
And that's how I found out about his background life of him being a football player and all that stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I think I found
it was
that
on
out
BET.
too.
I think
Maybe.
they had that reality
sure.
show. But I will say Terry Crews, I will say he's not the most lovable, because I have seen people like say they don't like him, like certain things they don't like about him. They kind of get tired of him over. But I'll say, like, as far as like haters, I don't think he has like a lot of haters who just negative hate. But I think a lot of people criticize certain things. You know what I'm saying? But that's all of us. Like having zero haters or zero like.
Or people that has like never said anything bad about you.
Yeah. I doubt anybody can say that. You know what I'm saying?
You're gonna always find,
somebody who
you can have all
like
the love in the world, but you'll find one little negative Nancy that has something to say.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But I have seen this with Terry Crews, like slander.
Yeah.
But I guess it's where you looking, because a lot of people don't look in certain areas that I would look. You know what I mean?
Likability, given Tom Hanks has done the same. In fact, the only time Tom Hanks ever got angry in public was when somebody bumped into his wife.
Back the off! What are y'all doing? Knocking over my wife!
Although he has been exposed for behaving badly on film sets. Only the person who exposed him was Tom Hanks himself. Not everybody is at their best every single day on a motion picture set, the two-time Oscar winner said. I've had tough days trying to be a professional, where my life has been falling apart in more ways than one, and the requirement for me that day is to be funny, charming, and loving, and it's the last way I feel. Despite often feeling frazzled, Tom Hanks appears legendary in almost every role. However, even then his movies are often hated, well, again by Tom Hanks himself. Okay, let's admit this. We have all seen movies that we hate. I've been in some movies that I hate. You have seen some of my movies and you hate them, with Tom's honesty about his bad moments only making him even more likable. In fact, the only location you might find a Tom Hanks hater is r/unpopular opinion, where one user responded, upvote to the realest unpopular opinion I've ever seen on this sub. Well done, you absolute psychopath. Although nothing would be more psychopathic than
Can you really hate Tom Hanks? I have seen some criticism about. Is that the one who is his son the one that want to be a rapper?
I have no clue. You really be? I'd be like.
See, you don't be keeping up with no pop culture events, bro.
I don't.
Let me see. Tom Hanks' son. I swear.
He wants to be a rapper?
Yeah, Chet Hanks.
Oh, yeah. I forgot. Yeah, I forgot about him. You right. I keep up with a little bit. I just forget things. But overall, with Tom, I've really never seen a lot of like negative stuff.
I want to say I have recently.
Like if you have, that's cool. But I'm just saying I haven't.
I think I know.
If it's something recent, I definitely probably wouldn't know.
I think I'll talk to you about it.
Okay.
Bob Ross, who was not only loved for his extremely wholesome persona, but also for inspiring millions to become artists themselves. Bob's show brought me so much joy, peace, and encouragement as a child. He was one of the reasons I started painting. I remember buying my first painting set and painting along to one of his episodes. I eventually realized that his style of painting was not for me, but his warm heart and gentle encouragement is something that I will never forget. In fact, every time I make mistakes in one of my paintings, I hear him saying, "We don't make mistakes, just happy little accidents. This follows Bob Ross's other philosophy that being different is not bad or good, it just is, and in case this wasn't wholesome enough, Bob Ross donated around 1,200 paintings, which was sold to help with fundraisers, while he refused to be paid by PBS for his show, and instead gave all 403 episodes to the TV network for free. Although with one single article about Bob Ross once being difficult to work with, it seems Weird Al Yankovic's legacy might be even cleaner.
I never heard anybody say anything negative about Bob Ross.
Yeah.
Everybody always talks about, and when you hear people bring up his name, it's in very lighting moods.
Very, positive.
So, yeah, I never heard anybody say anything negative though.
Difficult to work with, it seems Weird Al Yankovic's legacy might be even cleaner. His genuinely funny songs had the advantage of being part of everybody's childhood, and while his interviews already show that he's a super awesome guy, those who have met him in real life say he's even cooler. For example, Patton Oswalt once said that Weird Al is the lone exception to the phrase never meet your heroes, while Kurt Cobain literally said he knew Nirvana had made it when Weird Al called him to get permission to parody Smells Like Teen Spirit. This is because Weird Al personally reaches out to each artist before he parodies them, not because it's required by law, but instead out of respect. Even then, Weird Al pays royalties to those he chooses to parody, which in turn makes him loved by other artists, except for Coolio or Weird Al Yankovic's one and only hater. After Weird Al parodied Gangsta's Paradise by instead making Amish Paradise, Coolio hated the song and chose to slam Weird Al on a different track, thus starting their feud. The two eventually squashed their beef 10 years later in 2006, with Weird Al's one and only public feud, placing him lower than James Buckley.
I remember Weird Al. I know the name, I know the face. I just can't remember anything from it.
Yeah.
Because I swear I done seen some parodies, but it was like a long time ago. So I'm like very like. Can't really comment on that one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, same.
But I would also want to say the term hater is used very incorrectly in this. Because with the Coolio situation, I don't think it was hate. Mm-hmm. Like, because hate is different than dislike or disgruntled or something of that nature. Mm-hmm. So using the term hate is very much so used incorrectly, if I would say so. You think?
It's just like, yeah, I guess so.
Jay in the In-Betweeners was of such legendary status, every viewer couldn't help but love him, but while his character in the show was braggadocious and sometimes mean-spirited, James Buckley was the opposite in real life. When he began uploading to YouTube in 2016, people realized James Buckley couldn't have been more humble, which has since helped him to become the highest paid star on Cameo.
You're a Cameo millionaire.
Yeah,
What?
I don't want to rip people off. I charge 40 quid. You know, two mates can go in, 20 quid each. Their other mate down the pub.
The only real disaster in James Buckley's career was the In-Betweeners 10-year reunion, prompting him to tweet feeling pretty hated right now. Although given James Buckley is one of the smaller celebrities on this list,
Damn, you went through that one quick just to get to your boy. You had to make sure you get to his boy. That was fast.
Keanu Reeves has to come next. His lack of haters can be summarized by two simple words: likable vibe. Keanu Reeves is known for being one of the most relaxed, humble, down-to-earth guys in Hollywood, being spotted on subways and park benches as if he were just another person. On a subreddit dedicated to Keanu Reeves being awesome, the second top post of all time reads, "Actors that nobody hates annual meeting," followed by Keanu sitting beside Tom Hanks. In fact, Keanu Reeves is so loved on Reddit, he overtook Barack Obama to achieve the most upvoted AMA of all time, where he used most of the attention to prop up other actors. This discussion about him being loved only makes others join the train and like him also, although there's one more celebrity who likely has even fewer haters. The one and only.
That's the guy. That's the guy, bruh. But shout out to Keanu. We always butcher that. So that's where I was stumbling. Because he's talked about him very much so a lot. Yeah. And so we're not any strangers to him to speaking of. But this guy, this is the GOAT. Clap it up for the GOAT. You better clap it up.
I was clapping. I'm just cold.
Ain't nothing like coming home and watching me, Mr. Rogers, you know what I'm saying? Right?
I know, like...
That used to be my shit, bruh. As a kid.
Like, seeing certain ones, it, like, brings back a lot of, like...
Happy memories.
Yeah.
Yeah.
motto, although there's one more celebrity who likely has even fewer haters, the one and only Mr. Rogers. His lack of cynics requires little explanation. Fred Rogers was simply unhateable. His demeanor was so kind, calm, and caring that when his car was stolen from outside of the network, the thieves returned the car to the exact same spot 2 days later, with a note on the windscreen reading, "If we'd known it was yours, we never would have taken it." Mr. Rogers was the definition of leading by example, as Fred's work for the greater good did not take the form of marching, rallying, or picketing. Fred didn't march against Jim Crow, he cast black actors on his program, with his kind nature certainly extending to outside of the show. I actually met him a few times when I was younger. I knew his grandson, and his personality wasn't just some facade he used on camera. He was genuinely one of the nicest people I've ever met. By all accounts, he actually was the kind and gentle man that he appeared to be on TV. In fact, this person thought hating Mr. Rogers was a sign of narcissistic parenting, with his likability being summarized by one single sentence. Mr. Rogers was, and in spirit remains, living proof that it's possible to conquer evil with kindness.
Yeah.
But I will say I have heard hate about Mr. Rogers before. Like, if you dig through the internet, you will see that he actually has some hate, and it's weird. You just got.
That's what I'm about to say. I'm pretty sure it's like weird, like.
Well, it's some stuff you'll need to do some research on. From the stuff I remember, but it was some years ago when I saw that, and people was like, "Oh, Mr. Rogers ain't the guy everybody thought he was," and all that. Like if you really know him on some personal, I'm like, bro, we don't know him as personal. Sometimes you need to play a role as being behind the screen and enjoying the content people put out. Yeah. Because when you also people always say, you never want to meet your idols. You never want to meet people you look up to. You know what I'm saying? Or you don't never want to dig into their back history. But you might see some shit that makes you. Yeah. Sometimes just enjoy what you enjoy, because you'll ruin. Yeah. And then people fail to realize humans ain't perfect. Everybody ain't perfect, just like you ain't perfect. You know?
It's not affecting you in any type of way negatively anyway. Yeah. Then it is what it is.
But hey, man, y'all spam us up. Who was y'all favorite celebrity out of these 10? Out of these 10, who was y'all favorite celebrity? Let us know in the comment section down below. But as always, y'all know how it go, man. I do go by the name DJ New Kid. This is
We are.
We are.
Go and get it, ain't no time to kick it. Got a stack of flip for my foes. Dollar. Please tell me you can hear me. Don't turn your back and don't neglect me. Just let me know if you need me. Dollar. Let me watch out for my partners. Keep my money long, get my team strong. Let me run away from my problems.